my friend Swag. If you can introduce yourself, Swag.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Alrighty then. So, anyways,
All
we're just gonna
right.
we're just gonna talk about a quick topic. I think the topic is just gonna be about trends in general with anybody that likes to just anything that's just with trends in like with clothing, the way they act around fans and anything like that. I guess with the way they act differently around certain things, and I guess that kind of whole type of genre type of that's the whole video gonna be about basically. So me and Swagger are just gonna talk about the whole thing. It's probably gonna be like a 20-minute short little podcast. It's just we want to talk about this, and I thought it'd be a good idea just to make a video about it because, well, one, we're gonna talk about it regardless, and it'd be cool just to have other people's opinions, upon the subject. So, anyways, so I guess we could just start it off. So, anyways, so Swag, you want to start it off because, yeah, you can start it off.
I mean, what particular, like, how specific do you want to get first? I mean, because we need to like, I guess something to get it going, right? Like,
Okay,
we
okay,
can't just,
I got a good idea. Okay, so with trends, people like to follow a lot of trends. Like they basically
of
most
course,
people like to follow the role model, whoever it is, like their favorite rapper, their favorite football player.
of course.
With anything like that. So I think with that being said, it's like they like to follow not what they necessarily like for the most part, more of like what their role model likes because one, they like the role model and they kind of look up to the role model. So like if they think they like it, then I must like it because one, I like him, so that means I like what he likes. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you like
So
him now? I see.
no, not him or him or he or
No,
she,
I
whatever
get what you're
your
saying.
artist
So like,
is. Yeah,
so if if you like, let's just say you like Kobe,
yeah,
and
Kobe Bryant. Yeah,
for some reason, yeah, he likes Versace now,
yeah,
right?
he likes
You're
Versace.
probably
Versace.
gonna
Yeah,
think like, you know what?
I
I
like
like
Kobe.
Versace now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
Kobe,
Kobe.
so I must like
Kobe likes
Versace, right?
Versace. I like
Kobe's a goat.
Versace.
I'm not a goat, but I like Versace, so that means we're kind of we relate a little bit. Now we should be friends.
Exactly.
So,
I think that's what it is. I think it's like if you can have any small like connection in any way to whoever you admire,
mhm,
then you'll probably do it. Which is where
yeah,
trends, like say
yeah,
you're that one girl who doesn't really have a lot of like, anything to work with, I guess. Not in the sense of just like um materialistic stuff like beauty, but I'm saying in terms of like, you're never popular just in general.
mhm,
Um but like, hey, that new girl who's really cute that everyone's liking, you see her wearing ripped jeans all the time,
mhm.
and it's like, what
So
if you try it out? You've never tried it out, and what if you tried it out? Would you get that same attention? You know what I mean?
yeah, and
Like,
I think at some points where like I guess it works in a way because like well I guess if you change yourself to follow a trend in a way you will find people that like that trend because when you're following it so people will like you for the trend that you're following but then after you do all that like you're not really who you are anymore just because you're kind of changing for the people you want to change for or like the role model type thing you're liking what they like because you like them so I think it comes to like oh I must change so that I can fit the person I want to be I guess or where it's like not
mhm.
you're not really being who you are so I guess you're just changing so that you can fit what you want to be I guess in a way so
Which
I don't know
personally I think really sucks.
yeah I
Like,
mean yeah you can't really
like
act like
when
yourself so
people like you can't be yourself. Yeah, you're not. You can't be yourself and then like expect to be accepted. I think that's what's like the main thing about trends is like when you
mm-hmm,
see a trend, it's because people feel accepted when they're part of a crowd, as opposed to
mm-hmm,
like, just doing your own thing. A lot of people might not like what you like, but I think that's what probably makes people unique. It's like,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
then what if you're the one that starts that trend?
Yeah
It's
exactly
like
yeah yeah
I think
so
that's how trends practically start, right? There's probably, ripped jeans were probably like people back then were just like, oh, buy some new pair of jeans or something,
yeah
right?
you got
But
attacked by
then
a
there was
lion
like a couple of
yeah
other people. Yeah, exactly. And then there's probably some other people like, oh, that actually looks really cute, or like that
yeah
actually looks pretty
oh
cool.
yeah I like the
And
fashion or the design behind it that kind of stuff because
hmm
people have different perspectives on everything like someone might see that pair of jeans like damn did you get that out of the dumpster another person may see it as a piece of art or it's like everyone has a different kind of perspective on everything so that anything is seen differently by everyone so with that so I guess in another word that I like or a lot of people like to use is flex people like to flex their
Oh
whatever they
yeah,
have. Oh, I like to flex my car. I got a Lamborghini, whatever. Or I got a I got some nice ass Gucci clothes or something like that. You like to flex it so that you can show off, I guess, in a way. So not even
Yeah,
like really show
I
off, just
see.
like to flex my who I am, I guess, to everyone else, you know. So,
There's this guy on Snapchat who I see his story all the time, right?
mm-hmm.
Um, and like constantly, every single chance he gets, he'll always try and like flex it. He has like a Louis Vuitton belt,
Oh, okay, okay.
and right. So I mean, you can flex a belt, you can flex money. He likes to like throw up a lot
Mm-hmm.
of money
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's like it's cool, But for me, I was always like that humble person where if I have a lot of money, you're still not gonna see it anywhere,
Yeah, yeah, of
just
course,
because
yeah.
like there's
Just
no
because,
need. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 I mean, it's your money. I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Personally, I don't really care if someone flexes unless it gets kind of out of hand in a way. What I mean by getting out of hand, where it's just like that's all they really talk about, where it's like you can't really have a conversation without them having to flex about something about them, you know. So I guess with flexing every once in a while, I mean it's good to flex. I feel like it's good to like kind of like boost your ego in a way, you know, because you don't really want to feel down
Oh
all the
yeah, of
time, you
course.
know.
If you're confident,
Yeah,
it's all like here and there. If you want to compliment yourself, you deserve it, right?
yeah,
Everyone
and
deserves
it's
that.
yeah, and we all work, you
You
know,
know.
we all work like minimum wage pay jobs and maybe like $4 more, you know, depending on where you work. You know, we're all working pretty hard for us lower, you know, teens because right now we go to college or we go to school or, you know, we have other certain things that we need to do. So you know, every once in a while we like to treat ourselves. Maybe like for that guy, he bought you say a Versace belt or what'd you say, a Louis
Louis
belt?
Vuitton belt,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So in that case, he bought a Louis belt, and he likes to flex it because one, he used his own money to buy it, and he likes the belt.
Yeah, of
I
course.
hope he does. I hope he's not buying it because someone else likes it. But at that point, like he likes it and he wants to flex it. He bought it, so therefore, you know, it's like I guess it makes sense because like he kind of wants to show off what he had, you know, what he had bought with what he had made. So, like I guess like with that kind of, I guess it's like good. Like I said, also with boosting of the ego, you know, like every once in a while, it's good to like like you said, you know, treat yourself to a treat or something, you know, because you don't
Hmm.
really want to work and then like you don't get your Louis belt for that guy, you know, and then I guess hit for him the Louis belt, you know. So with flexing and all that, and I don't think it's a bad thing to do because I hear a lot of I don't know. Obviously, with me and you watch another YouTube channel called John Miller where they post news and stuff like that. And if you guys want to go watch it. You know, it's just John Miller. You know, it's probably just type D in the search button. It'll probably pop up because they're pretty big. So, but there's this whole situation going on with another YouTuber with another YouTuber, Rice Gum and iDubbbz, and with the whole problem with like one of them's having with each other is one flexes too much, and I guess one has or the one that flexes already kind of said that he does flex a lot, but like his defense by it was like I didn't have a lot growing up, so now that I have money to get what I want, I'm gonna buy it because like one I didn't have it growing up, and if I want to buy it now that I have money, I'm gonna buy it because one I like it, and two I didn't have it before, so now I kind of want it. So I guess like that too. You know, it's back then you didn't have something, so now you kind of want it, and you're gonna buy it because you want it, and just because you never had it before. So I mean,
Yeah,
if
of
you're gonna,
course.
so like I guess like with that, like I guess his defense was pretty good all around. With those little points that he was making. And I think with flexing, yeah, like if you don't really push it over to over the limit, then I guess it's good because like it's good to boost your ego, make yourself feel good about yourself, and yeah, I guess I mean that's just all about flexing. I guess I don't really mind the word flexing, and I don't really. I mean, if you're gonna buy something, go ahead and flex it. But like I said, just don't push it over to the limit, because sometimes it gets kind of
Yeah.
annoying. So, not that and if you get annoyed, then obviously that person isn't for you. Whatever you're following. If you don't like that they flex 24/7, then you probably shouldn't continue to follow their social media or continue to be friends with that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
and also in the same topic of flexing, I think it's like you said, it's good. But if you like, I think if you do flex, do you right? You probably deserve it in an aspect.
hmm hmm
Um, but like, I don't think you should ever shame someone for not having what you have, even
yeah,
if you came from nothing,
yeah,
because
I agree with that.
you
Yeah.
were at one point in their shoes. Um, because I mean, like, and it wasn't that long ago where I just got an iPhone, right? Not
hmm
that long ago. I've never had an iPhone, and like my history of I guess phones in general have been like pretty crappy phones. Like I've always had a crappy phone throughout all of my middle school. I straight up bring a tablet to middle school
Yeah,
just to listen to
I do
music.
remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
to
it was
listen.
like it was rough times. I legit carried like a fucking almost a like half a foot inch,
Yeah,
half
yeah,
a foot of
just to
a
listen to some
fucking
music.
tablet in my pocket just to listen to music because it was hard times. Um,
The
but
things we did.
I got
Yeah.
a job now. Yeah, things are hard, but I mean it's like I'm still not gonna be flexing or like I'm not like there was I posted something on Snapchat and someone Snapchatted me back like because I was it was on my story and it was someone I haven't talked to and they were like, did you get a new iPhone? And did you get an iPhone? And I'm like, yeah. How'd you know? And they're all like, oh, because your camera quality is like 10 times better. And I laughed at it. They weren't wrong. Obviously, I had
Yeah.
shitty Android, but it's like no, like I had a lot of people like, hey, good picture, that was nice, or something like that, and that's because they did it. None of them knew that I got a new iPhone or
Yeah.
that I have service because I never had service until like this year. I started paying for it myself. Um, so it's like I'm not one to I guess flex, but it's like if you do it, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can respect that you want to do it.
I
But,
completely agree to that whole point there. If you want to do it, don't push it over. Just be who you are. And then I guess I guess we can go to the first point with people that like to follow trends because they want to follow other people. So, for example, with clothing, I like clothing, I like shoes. So there's a lot of trends with hype stuff like hype beast, the word that people like to use hype beast. Um, People, we see Kanye West who makes Yeezys. We see Pharrell Williams who makes his Human Races. We have Puma from Big Sean and The Weeknd. And I think Rihanna too, or Rihanna, whatever her name is. And so with all our artists, all these singers, and all these football, basketball players that have all their Adidas contracts with Nike and Under
hmm
Armour with Steph Curry and all that kind of stuff. So like them being the role model, we I don't really. I'm not gonna go and spend money personally. I'm not gonna go and buy something that I don't like. So like, I like Gucci. Okay, for example, some Gucci clothes I think are pretty fucking ugly. I don't think they like they look nice at all. And I'm not trying to be rude because like that's my opinion. That's how I like the way I dress. So I'm not gonna call someone else like, oh, you're wearing something fucking ugly, or like something that doesn't look cool because that's what they like.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm gonna go by what I like, just because Kanye West makes, like, for example, he made a new Yeezy 700. It's like in my opinion, it doesn't really look nice at all, and I'm not gonna go and buy it just because when it's a Yeezy and it's Kanye West. I'm gonna buy it because I like it. If there's a shoe I like, I'm gonna buy it. For example, some of my shoes are kind of weird because Swag here, I see my shoes, so he thinks they're kind of weird because like they're just kind of weird. He's like he doesn't
Yeah,
like it.
but it's like
He wouldn't personally
yeah,
buy it, but I
it's
do.
just it's not that it's like a bad shoe. It's just like a personal preference where,
Mm-hmm.
and part of it's not even like the design's bad. I think the designs for the most part are pretty unique, but it's just like color. Color for me, I'm
Yeah.
more of a dark colored person.
Yeah, you kind of are. You wear a lot of black.
Both skin and in
Yeah,
type
most
in,
skin. Yeah,
in type of clothing that I wear. My typical go-to colors are like black or gray.
and
Um,
white.
Here and there white, yeah, but that's
He's
like
a black and white fella right here, guys.
it's mostly like just black or gray. I always have like either like black pants or just like a black shirt, gray shirt, black sweater.
Yeah, yeah, and just like with that, like some people like to really change who they are just so they can really fit in. And I'm a shy guy, and like I'm not gonna go and change for someone else unless it's a girl. Just joking. Uh, but but like yeah, I'm not gonna change just because the person I like to look up like on it doesn't, it's not necessarily. I like to like I watch a lot of YouTubers. I listen to a lot of music, so I guess I have a whole variety of role models. But like I'm not gonna just go and wear what they wear because they're wearing it. I'm gonna wear what I like. So I guess like
Yeah,
that's why I kind of like dislike the word really hype beast, just because it's like with that, like I'm gonna go and buy what I like, and just because I'm following a trend, like the shoe, like following the trend is like it looks nice, I like how it looks like. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, I guess it's kind of following the hype, yes, but like, I mean, there's like some clothes like I like to buy a lot of Supreme, and there's some clothes in Supreme come out where I just don't think it looks nice. I'm just like, it kind of is a weird design. Yeah, some people might like it. I don't like it, so I'm not gonna buy it. But I guess like with following trends, I guess that a huger uh, looking towards it is just like just the whole brand itself. A lot of high beast. Oh, okay, swag. Getting a call already, huh? For work, huh?
not a call. It was more of an alarm.
Oh, getting an alarm. Okay, so we need to speed this up.
No,
Anyways,
yeah, but it's not like get out of
yeah.
get out of your mentality right now. It's more of just like it's a heads up, get ready soon.
Hmm. So
So
what I was trying to say was, I guess like the whole word hype beast comes from like the more of a whole brand type of thing where like people like to buy a lot of Gucci now. People like to buy a lot of Louis, Supreme, Babe, Off White, Kith, and all those kind of things. But like they make good stuff. I feel like the stuff that I like. They make a lot of good clothing that looks really cool with detail and all that kind of stuff. Like the designs behind it. The way I like my clothes to be designed and stuff like that.
Uh
So
huh.
like I like it. So I'm not gonna go buy something from Walmart if it doesn't look nice to me. Like I'll buy anything anywhere, and if it looks nice, I'm gonna buy it. So it's not just
Exactly. It's like
just because it has a brand name to it. Yeah, I want a brand name because one, they're fucking dope. Okay, one, I guess in that little way, I guess I'm following the hype because it's cool as dope. Like it's just like the logo to it too. The logo's really nice. So you know, but
the thing with me, it's like I remember back then, I used to wear was like Vans in terms of shoes,
yeah, same,
and
same.
like it was cool and all, but then like you started getting to like you got a pretty decent collection of a lot of Adidas shoes, and I
Yeah,
thought those were pretty sick. But like I told you, I remember specifically where like we were young, you were barely getting your collection going, spending like typically a little over 100 per shoe,
yeah,
you know,
probably a little bit over.
and now and I'm like, dude, you're so dumb. I would not even waste anything over like $60 for shoes, because
Yeah,
like Vans are just like, and
Vans like
that's if you
45,
get the
50 dollars.
OG. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you get OGs, they're like $50. But if you
yeah,
get like some typical Vans, they're like $40, and you get the other one like half off most of the time.
yeah, yeah.
So so it's like you're literally buying like, one shoe, and I can get like three pair of Vans,
Yeah,
for the
so
same price
you
that you're
get more
getting.
variety, yeah, instead of just spending all
But
money on
but
one
then
shoe.
it's like then I legit spent like the shoe that I got, the black Adidas, they're like $75, which person like I said, it totally like
Mm-hmm.
um destroys the words that I had said previously. Like I'd never spend anything over like $60
Yeah,
on
yeah,
shoes. And now I'm looking at these like Adidas that have like Chinese lettering on it, which I think personally look amazing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and I might spend almost $200 or like
yeah.
150 or
Exactly.
something like I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the shoes look nice, and it's not like I don't know how popular these shoes are, so I don't know if I'm going to be going into a trend into trying to get these shoes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what
But
you're trying to say.
so it's like regardless whether it's part of a trend or not, I would get it for me, not for a trend.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks, like people that do it just for a trend, because like I know people from school and just like in my personal life where it's like they do a lot of stuff just to try and fit in,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
I
sucks
know.
because like to me when I see those people I see a lot of insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can go to work or not even work, I can go to like back then I can go to school with straight up just like sweatpants and like a sweater and not care what people think, just because like to me they can judge me off my appearance but they can't really judge me for who I am,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think I'm a pretty
yeah.
decent person
Nice
all
guy.
around.
Yeah,
So and those people that know me well, like they would probably agree too. That you'll get your occasional like, oh yeah, he's an asshole, but like in a good way. And those are from like close friends.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everyone
here and
has a
there,
little asshole inside of them, so don't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
afraid to let
And
it
it's like,
out. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
especially in front of your friends or family, it's
Yeah,
like
especially.
if you can joke around and be an asshole to your friend,
But have it
and
be
they
the
be
joke.
assholes to you back,
Then yeah.
like
Then you got some
that's a
real
true
friends.
friendship. Because
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you can't really say, like, oh, I hate you, man, like, and say something else that you probably wouldn't say like in public,
yeah.
and they say something back, then I think that's like,
That's
a
great.
pretty
Yeah.
good friendship right there. Because it's like you have a special bond.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even, you could even be like that in public, although, you probably don't want to do
Probably
that in
wouldn't want.
public.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. It just sucks that like there's people are so insecure that they'll spend lots of money to get the newest pair of shoes. For women, it'd be like the newest pair of like stilettos or heels or
Yeah. So
whatnot.
whatever.
Best type of makeup, contour, foundation, whatever it is that makes their glow. I think the word is that
Yeah.
glow on the cheek or something.
Yeah. I think
It's
it's
like
what it's yeah. Does it glow?
I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure.
unnecessary to be fair. In my opinion, it's like if girls want to be popping,
Your
yeah,
your
I'll
mic your
throw
mic.
it. What's wrong? What's wrong with my mic?
It's kind of like muffly.
Is it better now?
No, if I want to unplug it.
Yeah. Is it better?
No.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, anyways, they hit the 20-minute mark. Also, another thing I just really want to touch on. I forgot to mention this a little bit earlier in the video, but with I don't want to make this a huge topic. Maybe we'll just lead this onto another video. But another topic of trend, Star Wars, for example, Star Wars. Way back then, I think for the most part, people were made fun of for just liking Star Wars. Like a lot of
Hmm.
the jocks, a lot of the popular people. If there was a nerd that liked Star Wars, they were quote unquote a nerd. You were a loser. Why the heck do you
Hmm.
like Star Wars or something like that? So back then they would make fun of them, right? I don't really don't know. I don't personally know because I haven't lived in that. I didn't live in that timeline. But from like a friend from a coworker from work I have who has lived in that time where he was a nerd. He liked Star Wars. He liked comics and stuff like that. But he was a tough kid, so like he didn't take shit. But I mean, that's like kind of going off track. But point is, it's just like back then they would get a lot of hate for just being who they were, and for most of the kids they just wanted to be them, so they just stood the way that I still like Star Wars. I like Pokemon. I like all you know. And then nowadays, like today and present time right now is Star Wars is huge. Everyone likes Star Wars. People like superheroes. People like everyone's like so open to it now. Like
Oh
you
yeah, of
don't
course.
like I'm
Like
not
people are cool
afraid.
with cosplay now, you
Yeah,
know? It's like
I
see
like
how much cosplay has
yeah,
progressed.
evolved. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like back then, you get made fun of for like being a quote unquote faggot or something like that. But nowadays, it's
Yeah.
like wow, I can go and talk to anybody and not care about talking about the Flash or talking about uh what is it, anime or something like that. I don't watch anime personally,
No,
but I
of
know
course,
people
dude,
do.
at work, I straight up talk to my coworkers like, dude, like legit straight up listen, Supergirl just came out last night, and this
Yeah,
is yesterday, right? I was
yeah,
like,
yesterday.
Supergirl just came out last night. The Flash comes out tonight, and then tomorrow I get the Arrow. And then, I was like being so hyped, and they were so cool about it. They're like, oh, well, I didn't really watch any of those shows, but
Yeah,
it's cool that you like it. And it's
yeah.
like I was able to openly admit that and be confident in like they're not gonna lash on me because they're pretty chill. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
and they're not gonna make fun of me for liking, Supergirl, which probably isn't like a guy show, at least in the point of the public's eye.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, to me,
So
I really like that show. And I'm glad that at work I can feel confident about saying something like that and not feel like, oh, they're gonna call me gay or a fag or something. It's like
yeah, now we can just
it's all
openly
good, man.
talk about it, watch it, and talk about it again with our friends and stuff like that, or with anybody. Because
Hmm.
nowadays, Star Wars is such a huge thing now, or superhero movies. Like now we got Marvel and DC who are making really huge franchises, and
Yeah,
with
of
movies
course.
like Spider-Man and like all those movies, the Injustice and the Avengers and all that now. So I was just like I just want to talk about it because one, it was like a huge move because back then you couldn't be who you were because you were known as a faggot, and then nowadays it's like everyone, not saying everyone, but I mean it's so now we have everyone that was like that back then but didn't want to be like that. Now today like they can be who they are. We have YouTube channels talking about like Star Wars and all that kind of stuff, and we have people just talking about Game of Thrones stuff that kind of like I guess nerds would like. I mean nowadays now we have they're not really known as nerds anymore because everyone really likes it, and
Hmm.
so I
The
just think it's kind of
community, the
yeah,
nerd community grew. I think that's what really happened. They're
yeah,
all
yeah.
nerds still.
Nah,
I
we're
mean,
all
you can call
nerds,
me a
yeah.
nerd too.
Yeah, we're all
We're all
nerds.
nerds.
But I just
But
think it's so cool how we just like all of that just changed into like this today. So I just think it was really cool that back then it wasn't really I guess it was more shamed on, and then nowadays it's
it
just
wasn't accepted, I guess, back
yeah.
then. Now it's more than accepted.
Yeah, so I just think
So,
I just thought it was really cool because I had me and my coworker were talking about it, and I really wanted to. I just remembered it right at the end of the video. But anyways, I just think that's the whole topic there. I think there's more in depth that we can go into it, but we really wanted to
oh yeah,
scram this into like
it's
a
a,
30
I'm
minute
yeah,
video.
I'm in a small time span.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
So if you guys really like it, we can do this. We can make more videos about this. It doesn't have to necessarily be about trends. It could be about anything. If you guys want to have us, me, and Sway talk about stuff. We don't really know a lot of what we talk about, but we
but
know a
when we
little bit.
talk about
So
it, we talk
yeah,
about it.
but
So,
when we talk about it, we'll talk about it. We won't give you the best facts, and we'll give you our opinions. And if our opinions are false, I mean, they're opinions, so
let
they
us
can't really be
know, I
false. So,
guess. But
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to follow us on our social media. I'll put my social media in the description. I'll put Swags in the description too if you guys want to go follow him. And I think that'll be the end of the video. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe and like the video, and comment below. And have a nice day, guys. See ya.
Later.
Bye. Sayonara.
Deuces. Goodbye.
Gucci Mane like the
Goodbye.
rapper. Goodbye.